I'm back! And guess what, guys? Here's why I am back. I am back to scare the shit out of you. Yes, I'm here to frighten you horribly because it just so happens the past 3 months that I've been absent have been, terrifying. Yes, let me tell you about the horror that has been my existence. Let me start off with the last trip that I had to the dentist. So I'm there at the dentist. I am reclining, leaned back, looking up into the face of possibly the oldest man that I've ever seen in my life. It's this old, grumpy dude that looks like he has recently been embalmed. Old man. And, he's got these gloves on his hands, and he reaches into my face, and this is the first thing he says. He's only momentarily been gazing into my grill when he says, "Dear God, child, what have you done to your mouth? I am 73 years of age, and I have more enamel on my teeth than you do." Like, this guy is literally waving his finger at me like, "Shame, child. What have you done? Have you been drinking battery acid?" So, the 20 questions ensues, and I'm finally like, alright, let me just tell you, I have had a battle with anorexia and bulimia. Guy was not particularly sympathetic. He's like, "Look, you ruined your face. This is going to cost you $1,000. Yes, look at this. Yeah, $1,000 worth of dental work is before you." Now, if my parents were not ballin' enough to provide me with porcelain fillings, actually you would be blind right now from what I just showed you, because there would be so much silver up in there and general studded, metallic shit in my mouth that you would not be able to see. It's terrible. $1,000. If that is not screaming caution, if that is not red flares to you, you're crazy. You're crazy. It's terrible. Honestly, I still have more cavities popping up. I have more cavities. And, it's been over a year since the last time that I made myself throw up deliberately. And yet, here I am. I'm still suffering. It's terrible. Now, let me tell you about the rest of my sufferings. Now, I told you I was here to scare you, and let me tell you about the fear that I experienced 2 days ago. Yes, 2 days ago. Fear. So, let me give you a background. I'll be sitting at, your friendly neighborhood Applebee's or, some restaurant, sitting there enjoying my salad, having a lovely conversation. Soft music will be playing in the background when, lo and behold, this will be me. Watch my face. I don't know, I'll be, "Oh, how do you feel about, we've been having really nice weather." All of a sudden there will be like, I have this acid reflux where there will just be like spontaneous barf. Yes, spontaneous barf happens to me. I will be there, walking along down the street and suddenly, really, I've never actually vomited. It's not like this projectile thing occurs, but nonetheless, it is unpleasant. So, needless to say, I saw a specialist about this, and I had to have a terrifying procedure. If the vomiting, the spontaneous vomit alone wasn't enough to dishearten you about your bulimia, friends, I think that this upper EGD will. Let me tell you what an upper EGD is. Basically, they get this gigantic thing, plastic thing, and they stick it in your face, and there's like ties around. This looks crazy. And, they stick it in your face and your mouth is open like, and then what they do next is the exciting part. Is actually they take this hose that has a camera on the end of it, and they just weed it down into your insides, and they take pictures of all the rotten stuff that you've got. They take pictures of, all your parts that are rotting away with acid. And, my brother is a medical student, and he actually told me that, you are only sedated for this. You think that you're asleep. Like, I don't actually have memory of my procedure, but nay, you are not asleep. You are actually awake. You're able to respond to, commands like, move to the left. Like, I was rehearsing my left and my right before I went back there so that I wouldn't appear retarded while they're, weeding around a hose at me and telling me to lay on different sides and whatnot. I'm actually not kidding you about that. So, yes, he told me that potentially while you're having this procedure, you can be in a great deal of pain. However, they give you this amnesiac, which causes you to forget about the entire procedure, and you wake up happy and smiling while you were crying out in terror, agony, and pain for the past 15 minutes. So, I'm gathering all my thoughts about this, treasuring all of these things within my heart as I sit into this dark waiting room in a hospital bed with an IV in my arm and a heart monitor going beep, beep, beep. By the way, it's racing. It's racing. I'm scared. And all of a sudden, all the fear that I had was multiplied by about 894 because I hear this woman that I've just seen them wheel back. I hear this woman crying out, "Ouch! Stop! Ow! You're hurting me!" Like, yes. I can hear shrieks, literal shrieks, coming from next door. And I swear to you, as much as my heart was racing in fear prior to hearing all this, my heart, I thought that the monitor was going to explode next to me. Like, I was pretty sure the damn thing was going to explode because, this, beep, 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 racing. Heart was racing. Terror. And I'm sitting there, holding on to the sides of my hospital bed, and I'm like, oh, dear God, I would rather be fat. Like, honestly, I'm sitting there thinking about all the time that I enjoyed friendly skinniness, the general scrawniness was not worth it. In that moment, I'm sitting there, and it's just clear to me that I would rather have been fat this whole time, no, it's not worth it. It is not worth it. The fear that I experienced, not worth it. Gripping the handles of my hospital bed, hearing screams from next door, not worth it. No. Scary. Let me tell you, it's just, if you have bulimia, I know it means nothing for me to tell you to stop, and I know that, it's this intense psychological thing. I've been there, but damn it, stop, because I'm telling you from experience that this is terrifying. It's awful. As much as you are afraid of gaining weight, there is infinitely more fear of all of the repercussions that you will experience as a result of having your eating disorder. It is not worth it. Here's what I would tell you. Go out there and make a friend. Yes, make a friend, because let me tell you about this experience that I have recently. I have this glorious boyfriend who is just the most supportive thing ever. It's like the little angel sitting on my shoulder don't worry, Courtney, you're not fat. Honestly, I swear. Because, the other day I was complaining. I was like, well, Drew, the other day I was in the shower and I shaved my legs and it was like there was a tsunami of skin, when I leaned forward, and he's just like, shut up. Shut up, you're skinny. And it's you need somebody there to tell you that the bottom line is not a number that you see on the scale. Honestly, you need somebody out there nah, you're awesome. Please do not worry. And I honestly, I think about all of the time that I spent really deeply suffering from eating disorders, and I was always alone. I remember probably the worst, most lonely time of it all. I was up in Michigan, and I was living in a dorm, and I had a roommate who knew about it. Everybody else, I would kind of lie about it. I'd be like, I don't have an eating disorder, and this YouTube was my only solace. I would, she knew about it, but honestly, as good of a friend as she was terrified. I knew she was terrified of this eating disorder. She didn't know what to do. God help her, And, it's just you need people. I think that having people who actually cared, people who were willing to just kind of root for you, hey, I'm walking with you. Whatever you go through, I'm gonna help you out. If you have that, you have what you need to get better. Because before anything else, the only thing that really drives you to be skinny, the only thing that really makes you feel like a number on a scale is the bottom line of your existence, is the fact that you don't have anybody telling you that you're more than that. And girls, hell, boys, all of you are better than skinny, and damn it, you just need somebody to tell you that you are better than skinny. You are, all of us are just precious, you know? Like, everybody has something delightful about them. Everybody has something amazing. You are all treasures, you know? You have something to contribute that nobody else can. You are different than everybody else. And damn it, why would you relegate your worth to a number that you see on a scale? Why would you intentionally hurt your body when you are worth so much more than what that body looks like? I don't know. I look at pictures of myself when I was so skinny, and honestly, I look at it and I'm sick, and it's like I look like a Holocaust survivor. I'm like, are you serious, Courtney? Because even then, I was not skinny enough for myself. Ladies, gentlemen, go out there. I know it's hard to find somebody, but like, go out there. Find somebody that's willing to support you. You know, write me a note, be like, look, I'm struggling, you know, and I will try to get back to you because I know what it's like to do it alone, and I know that if you have somebody, you can do it. You will do it. You must do it because you don't want to pay $1,000 worth of dental bills, and you certainly do not want to have an upper EGT. It's terrifying shit. Anyway, I figured I would just update you, tell you about what's going on with me. I have more stuff that I'm going to have to tell you later, but I hope that you all are having a pleasant day, and I missed you all terribly. Bye-bye now.